Hey friends, I thought I would sit here and show you how I do my English paper piecing. This is the current project I'm working on that you've been seeing, and I want to show you my supplies too. Then I have another one that I had started years ago, and these are teeny tiny. These are teeny tiny compared to they can fit right inside. These are 1 inch, so this would be a 1/2 inch. So years ago I started this one, and I just enjoyed making them. And these I glued down too. So I had a packet of 2.5 inch squares I bought, I think, off from eBay, if I remember right. And my goal was just, in these right here, I did thread base down. And I actually went through the cardboard on this, which I don't do anymore. And so basically when I get ready to take these out, I just would clip that and then it will come out. So I have all of these. I was trying to make the center a type of yellow. Do not know what I'm going to do with these because, Lainey, I'm like you. I start this and then I'm not for sure how to join them, because if I join them, I'm going to have to fill in something. So I'll have to look up patterns. But this is about like a coaster size. But I just enjoy doing this. So, but again, I'm not for sure, but you can tell these are all thread basted because that's how I was taught to do it at the beginning. And you just sew through the card. I'm trying to see, I think that's what I did on these. I might have just done the corners. Nope, I'd have to go through the card. So I have those, and then I also have a tray full of little ones here that need to go, and then I have this yellow that I can do for the center. So the glue line stick I use is from Sue Daily. They make all types. Tula Pink has them. They're all over the place. So all it is just a glue stick in here. And you just keep twisting this to use. And these are the refills. And there's 6 of them in this. And so to let me open one up so you can see what it looks like, because when you run out, this is the refill. It comes and you hook this on here, and when you do that, it connects to this, and from here on up is all glue. So very simple to use and to keep going. The reason I like this is because it helps with my hands when my arthritis is acting up. So we'll see. I can only find, I don't think I have any more of these little ones. So this one's pretty beat up, but this will work. So you can see I had thread basted right through the card, but it will still work. So I am just going to take, this is a 1-inch square, and I'm doing it on the wrong side. And I just put a dollop of glue right there. So it is on there. It will dry and I can peel that off. So this is all I do. And that blue will dry to clear. They do make a liquid, but I didn't care for the liquid as much. And if it comes up like this, that just means that it didn't stick down. I didn't get enough there or hold it long enough. And I just go right over the fabric onto the card. Now that there are acrylic templates that you can actually cut it exactly to the 1/4 inch, but that's all right, I don't need to. And there is my center. So, and if I want, and when it's time to remove these, see, it just peels up. And then I can just pull it right out. I should have unglued or unstuck all the different sides, so it didn't do that. But then it will hold its shape. But I would not remove that paper until, like on this thing here, the only one I would remove would be the center, because that's what makes it stabilize to hook to the others. So on that clue 3 I'm working on, I need to do 6 of these. And so I got my other clue for that done, because this was part of that clue. And this was part of the clue. And this is part of that clue, along with 6 of these. So we'll see how this works, if I show it or not, because I can always edit this out. I use a longer, what they call a straw needle. I use a size 11. I have used tulip. I really like the bone, B-O-H-E-N. They're a little bit sturdier. US 9 would give a better needle head that you could see it to thread it. I sometimes have to use a magnifier for that. But all I do is, and I use sewing thread. I'm using 50 weight. And I just put a knot on the end. And I usually use like a gray that is like a neutral. And I always, for the flower, I start with the center. And you put your right sides together. And we'll see if I can do this, because I got the camera in between us. So So the whole idea is to barely, just a second, is to barely catch. I don't know if you can see, but there's 2 threads on there. So that is what you want. And I usually, to secure that corner, will do a loop. And the whole idea is it depends on who you ask, but the closer together you get to your last one, the less stitches you'll see in the front. When you grab at the top, the fewer, whoops, sorry, bumped you. The less it will show to because the thing you don't want to do is, yes, you can see that, but you're way down in here and you're right next to the cardboard, and that will show. But this all takes practice. When I first started, I was told that I should have, I think, I have to think now, that a good number across for this 1 inch is probably like 20 stitches. And I'm just doing a whip stitch, and I go from the back side towards me. Some people go from away from yourself. I've tried that. It's not comfortable for my hand right here. So that's where you tend to get pain for your hand. So this morning the sun was out, and I mean it's humid out now, and all of a sudden it just got jet black and thunder and just downpoured for about 10 minutes. Then the sun came out, and just a few minutes ago it opened up and did the same thing. And if I'm loud, I'm right next to the speaker, so sorry. I'll try to adjust that when I edit, because I'm looking from the outside. So if you could see this, the camera's in between my legs on the stand. And then I can look through here to do it, but I gotta look through the side to do it. And that stitch right there, I probably took a little too deep. And I'm almost to the end. So when I'm sitting on the couch and I don't have a camera in front of me, it doesn't take me long to do this. And then when I get to the corners, I just try to grab a little bit of the corner and then I will do a loop to secure it. And let me find a pair of shears here. So I can nip that. So when you open it up, it looks like this. And I'm not going to sit here and do everything here, but the next piece, how I do it, is I would hook here, and to help me, I will take a clip and I will clip it like this so that I'm not pinching it hard. So I will then come in here and I will sew here, and then when I open it up, it will be attached like this. So then I will go over here and I will fold this down just like that, and then I will go here. Now I clipped the thread, and technically I would not have done that. The thread would have ended up right here. I would have opened this up and I would have ran my thread, my needle, right up to this corner here. So when this was on here, I would sew from here to here, open this up, and I would bend this down, and then I would sew from there to there. And then when I opened it back up again, my thread would be here, and I would go out here, and I'd start all over again. So, Lainey, I hope that helps on what I use. I did send you a link on yesterday's vlog, but this is what I use on my English paper piecing. Thanks, friends. Okay, so now I have attached, that was my original right there. Now I have folded that flower in two, and I'm going to whip stitch all the way over to this corner here. And I will bring you back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so it is all attached. So when I open it up, my thread was right here in the V. I run my needle through the back side of it, making sure it's not coming out the front. And when I pull that, then it will be in that top right hand corner, and it will be in position for my next piece to go on top, and then for me to repeat. Friends, we are at Mooville getting our milk, and as you can tell, the sky's a little dark over there, but it's not supposed to hit us again until I think tonight. So but we're going to get some milk here, and I think we're going to get small vanilla malteds or shakes. So just a second. I flip you around so you can see my face. So we're both tired today. Jerry took a whole bunch of things up to the auction house to be sold, and we went through stuff and did it this morning also. And while he was at the auction house, I sat there and I knitted, and then English paper pieced, and you would have seen that, how I did that at the beginning. So I'm going to try not to make this too long. So but tomorrow he's going to be gone to an auction, and I will be home because it's all guy stuff. So he'll probably pick up about 3 to 4 gallons of milk, and then tomorrow I will make my yogurt. I will do a gallon's worth of 2%, and then that will get me through another week and a half to 2 weeks. So yeah, he got 4 gallons. So you'll hear him come in, so just a second. the dew point is in the 70s. So it's 82 out, but it feels like almost 90. It's 89. I mean, it hit you in the face. But I just wanted to hop on and say hey, and I hope that you all are doing well. And it is Thursday for my friend down under. It is probably Friday. Yay for the weekend coming on. So, but we've had hit and miss showers all day long. So the garden's going to love it, and all the plants and flowers. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go. There's people coming up. Everybody just stops and looks, you know, or they don't pay attention. And so, but he'll be coming out in just a few minutes. So, thanks again, my friends. And on Friday, my Friday, your Saturday, my friend, I will do a show and tell. I will do those embroidery kits from Stitches of Love. And I'm thinking my yarn is going to be here tomorrow too. So I'll just show all that stuff tomorrow. So, but anyways, stay strong. And till we can meet again, thanks again.